Dinosaur from Dinosaur Studios. Today I'm going to do a little tutorial video on how to use BandLab's mix editor. And as I'm sure you already know, it's Cakewalk, which is a digital audio workstation. I'm just going to load a little project that I preloaded for this video. Okay, once you get your BandLab mixer open, I already have some presets in here. Like I loaded a bell ringer drum loop, a synth string drum loop, a blast back ARP, and a yo synth. Okay, couple questions that I get. Figure 8 right here. You click on that to find your loops. BandLab offers a bunch of different loops of different genres. Then you also have the option of all the loops, which I quite like, and they're endless. And to get back out of that, you just double click, or you click back on the figure 8. You got a feather right here. That's to write your lyrics for your song. You got a collab button. You could send somebody a collab, and you just double click to get back out of them. What we're going to do is I'm going to show you how you can get more than the 6 tracks I believe they offer you. So what you could do is, say if you like this sound right here, you click on that track, duplicate that track. Once you duplicate it, slide it over and slide it up. Then you go back and delete that track so it doesn't take up a space of a track. So essentially, instead of reloading this sound and having it here, I just doubled it and drug it up here and put it on this track. Okay, and another tip I can give you is, let's go up to the beat. Okay, there's an E right there. You put your cursor there. You can make your beat shorter or longer. Same with your sounds. You could do the same thing. Edit them. And say if you just for example, you just like this first part of the synth sound, and you don't want the rest of that. What you do is shorten it up. And if you like it and you want to add it, like say right here, you just click on it, left click on it, duplicate the track, drag it over, and now you have it there. Just remember to go back and delete it. That way you make the use of the most out of the tracks that they do allow you to have. Alright, let's say if you want to add some keyboard in and you don't have a keyboard, just click on add track, which was right there. See it? Add track. And you have a drum machine, and you have a MIDI instruments. Let's click on MIDI instruments. Okay, here's your MIDI instrument track right here at the bottom. Click on the piano. You have your piano sounds. They give you a variety of different sounds. Alright, so we want to add that to that. We'll click the X, and it'll it has a built-in metronome, so it times you right in on the track. Well, listen. Whoops. All right. Obviously, want to get back in there, and it sounds like it's in C. All right. Press record. You just press pause, exit out of there. There's your recording of that. Let's go back and listen to it. Like I said before, you can shorten that up like this. You just click on here and drag it back. All right, now we're gonna, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 tracks. I believe it'll let you take 6. I'm just gonna dump in a couple loops randomly just to see how many it'll take. I think it'll tell you when you can't take no more. Obviously it could take more than I thought. But keep in mind, once you start adding a bunch of tracks like this, your lightness, it's gonna start lagging. It'll start lagging. Say to get rid of them, you just obviously you delete. You don't have to delete. Say if you like this, or you have more than one sound on a track, like I'll do this. Let's add that drum beat up there. Obviously, we're going to shorten it up. And originally, it came from there, and we just drag it up there to save room. Get rid of that. Basically, you're using 4 to 6 your main tracks that they give you, and you can add tracks off of those tracks. So like you could take this drum beat, drag it up here with the drum beats, and have it at the end of your drum beat, your main one. So it's up here. Also, you have a minus and a plus for your projects. See how I shrunk it down? All right. Say you want to get rid of that and you don't want to get rid of this. You just left click it, and right there where it says cut, and you get rid of it. It's that simple. It's actually not very hard, especially if you don't have keyboards or professional instruments. These loops are great. You can really get creative with this stuff. And you guys already know you can always change the beats per minute. You can change it from 4/4 to 2/4 to 6/4. But this little thing's a good tip, because like, say I want to put some more of that blast back harp in there. I'll duplicate that track. I have 2 pieces. Take them over there and slide them in. And then always remember to go back and take that track and delete it. That way you free it, keep your your tracks usage to a minimum if you can. And another thing that I hear a lot of in people's mixes, a lot of times they'll add effects because they think they help whatever loop that they had picked. A lot of times the loops have built-in effects already. You start piling a lot of effects on, that'll give you some latency issues. That'll give you some quality issues and stuff like that. Usually, and if you're adding, say you're adding guitar or your own vocals to your own interface, you want to keep that in mind too. You want to try to get your recording from the source how you want it to actually sound. So the better you get it from the source, the better it's going to sound here. Then you won't have to add a bunch of effects to try to make it sound. If you can get it, say like if you got a guitar processor, you obviously want to use your process sounds and upload that way. And another good thing too, if you're using a desktop for BandLab, it lets you mix in real time. Look, so I'll be able to slide this over while this is playing. You see how I did that? It lets you mix in real time. I'll show you a better example of that. I'll extend that keyboard thing that we did. All right, now like even when you're in this instrument here, you have voices, winds, special effects, pianos, and you can always go back whatever you recorded. So like what we just recorded, it should have changed the sound. See how I changed it to a voice sound? There's just some little tips. And one thing you want to always do too is once you get a root of a song, a root of a project going, save it. Because if you have some kind of glitch or you lose your page and it wants to reload the page, you're going to lose your project, most likely. So it doesn't hurt to save it. And you can save it as many times as you want during the project. It's always a good deal. Good to save it when you get a little bit of meat of a project going, then save it, and then that way if something does happen, you have to reload your page, you won't lose your project. And you obviously know you have your back button, so it'll undo the last thing we did, which was change the sound of them pianos. I think it will. Yeah, see how it went back to the first sound of it. So if I wanted it, I liked it the new way, I could just arrow forward, redo, and it should, see, there's the voice sound again. So just a couple tips, and I'm going to exit out of here. I'll save it, and I'll show you where it saves to. Saves to your library. Then you can either publish it or save it for tomorrow. Say like tomorrow you come home from work, or tomorrow you want to work on this again a little bit. It's there because you saved it. Well, you have to give it a few minutes before it'll save. Okay, I think it's saved now. So we saved it in BandLab's Little Helpers. There it is right there. Like I said, you can either publish it if you're ready to publish it. If you're not ready to publish it, you just click on Mix Editor and it'll pull your project back up. And you can work on it some more. And just remember to save up here. There's the save icon right there. Anytime you make any changes, you want to save. That way, in case you do lose your page halfway through a great idea and for some reason your computer crashes, you're going to lose your project. And I know personally because it's happened to me. So it's better just to, anytime you make a change, just to go up here and save it. Let's exit out. Like I showed you before. you'll save, and it'll save in your library. And there it is. So I hope that little tutorial helped out. And if you haven't checked me out yet, check me out on here. Or you can check me out on YouTube on Copyrighted Remix and Audio, Original Audio Skywatcher. And have a fantastic day. God bless.